Okay, the production of whiskey is essential to understanding the spirit, so let's cover what goes on in the distillery. First up, grains.
Everything starts with the grains. The ideal grains are ripe, dry, water content is a strong marker of quality and suitability, and hence price, and low in both protein and nitrogen. Some producers claim that just using one strand gives you the best flavour, but most use a blend of varieties.
Malting. Whiskey production begins by germinating barley grain in a process known as malting. This requires immersing the barley in water to encourage the grain to sprout, then drying the barley to halt the progress when the sprouting begins.
Next up, we have milling. First part of the production process. Whether any grain is first malted or not, it is to grind the grains down in order to better extract flavour and starches. Each different grain would have a specific grind level. The milled grain is referred to as grist.
Mashing. After milling, the grains are cooked and mixed with water to form a mash. The mashing process is an essential step as it creates the sugars that will allow the fermentation process to be successful.
Fermentation. Fermentation is achieved by adding yeast to the wort or sweet mash. Over a number of days, the yeast cells consume the grain sugars, converting the liquid into an alcoholic wash or beer. This ends up at around 7 to 9% ABV.
Distilling. This is where the real art of distillation appears, changing the wash or beer to a spirit that will mature over time into a true whiskey. This involves heating the wash or beer to evaporate the alcohol, then cooling the vapor and collecting it as new spirit, often known as new make.
Maturing. The new spirit is sealed in oak barrels. New were used and stored in cool, temperature-controlled conditions for a number of years. During this time, it is transformed from an alcoholic clear liquid to a smooth spirit that has become smooth, mellow, and distinctive to the taste, with some colour from the cask.
Blending. The blending stage brings a number of different mature whiskies together to create the required flavour for a particular brand, then allowing the final blend further time for the whiskies to marry together into a harmonious taste.
Bottling. Bottling is the last step in the process. The mature whiskey is reduced with water to the required percentage of alcoholic strength for bottling. This must be 40% ABV or higher to be a Scotch whiskey.